What's up?
Let me gather myself, man.
These is chocolate brothers from another mother. Hey, yo, this brother that gave me so much love in every record.
And I appreciate
you know what I'm saying?
And I appreciate you, baby. Appreciate
we done had lunch.
Yeah.
And then we spent a New Year's together.
That was dinner for lunch.
Hey, yo, check this out. This is your night, yo.
Yeah, for sure.
Whoever in fact told that he likes women, so he would in fact have to be bisexual. I've heard Sean Combs is in fact bisexual from people who used to work in this company.
Everybody swore Busta Rhymes and DaBaby were in the studio laying down hits, but the truth, they were at Diddy's mansion getting wrapped up in a whole different scene. Yeah, Busta and DaBaby been in the game for years, but what went down at Diddy's party wasn't about no collab. It was that pipe for pay energy, allegedly, and now, whispers say some old party footage is creeping back into the light, starting with DaBaby. If you've been following the whispers in the industry, you already know. The chatter about him being DL has been floating around for years. Since his early come-up, folks been hinting something wasn't adding up, and now with new clips and ties connecting rappers who stayed close to Diddy, people online swear the puzzle pieces are falling into place. Word on the curb is DaBaby might have cashed in more than just bars to climb the ladder. Remember when he slipped up and basically exposed himself? He bragged about being at one of Diddy's ultra-exclusive parties with Beyoncé and Jay-Z back in 2020, flexing that Diddy had a special interest in him. If only he knew what kind of interest folks now claim was really going on.
I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? And, Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people he had put them out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really.
After that first run, the word is DaBaby got another secret invite to one of Diddy's private parties, and from there he turned into a regular face at those late night gatherings. People now say that might explain a lot about why he started spiraling out off control during in that stretch. If you were keeping tabs on his career or what's left of it, you saw the crash in real time. Like that wild Tampa Bay show when DaBaby straight up swung on a female fan just for allegedly shining her phone light in his eyes as he walked to the stage. The crowd wasn't having it. They booed DaBaby clean off the stage and stormed out without performing a single track. Later, he tried patching it up with an apology, but then messed it up even worse by saying he would have reacted the exact same way if it was a male fan. He could have just left it at sorry, but nah, he had to double down, and that's what got people side-eyeing his whole vibe. I
do sincerely apologize, I do. I'm very sorry that there was a female on the other end of that flashlight on that phone. But keep in mind, I couldn't see you because you got the flash this close to me, which is okay, it's no problem. A lot of people did. They didn't put it as close as you put it. Just zoom in instead of popping me in my motherfucking eye with the phone. So I do apologize. There was a female on the other end, but man, I think by this time, it's a well-known fact that like male or female, I would have responded the same exact way. You know what I mean? Of course,
fans weren't buying it at all, calling his so-called apology nothing but damage control. And let's be real, this wasn't Heaven DaBab's first time wild and out like that. Not long before, his own security straight up knocked a female fan out cold just for getting too closito his face. And back then, neither he nor his crew bothered to apologize. The streets never forgot that moment. People started connecting the dots, saying it's the same DL energy every time. Loud and reckless with women, but suddenly quiet when it's men stepping up. The same kind-off shade Nicki Minaj once hinted at with Meek Mill. Remember that wild tweet she dropped back in 2020? She said, "You beat your own sister and taped it. Spit in her and taped it. Me in front of your mother and sent her to the hospital. Andrakes D made you feel tough again and move on." That shook the internet. And if you've been keeping up with Diddy's scandals and lawsuits piling up lately, you know one name that keeps sliding into the mix. Meek Mill. Word on the street Ish's been Diddy's so-called favorite, and now people saying he's moving with that same DL vibe as DaBaby. It got even wilder when old footage resurfaced off DaBaby and Diddy linking outside a club on New Year's Day. Diddy calling him chocolate while DaBaby called him baby. That clip had everybody talking.
You got me fucked up. Yeah, hold on.
What's up?
Let me gather myself, man.
These just chocolate brothers from
exactly.
another mother. Hey yo, this
man.
brother that shit gave me so much love in every record.
Man, I appreciate
you know what I'm saying? And I
appreciate
fuck
you, baby.
with him.
Appreciate
we
you.
done had lunch.
Yeah.
And then we spent New
That was
Year's
dinner.
together.
That was dinner for lunch.
Hey
That's
yo,
your
check
spot.
this out. This is your night, yo.
Yeah, for sure.
You the hottest in the game. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna go
Let's
and
do it.
down and we'll have a good time.
Easy.
Everybody give him a round of applause. Round of applause. Round of applause. That's right, for Kurt. This guy right here.
Good to see you, baby. You look good with that all black and diamonds on you.
Yeah. I told you what it was.
Good.
Yeah, I told you.
You the man.
People kept saying it was giving straight up DL vibes. And let's be real, the signs kept stacking up. Take his scallop with Tory Lanez right after Tory caught that felony charge over Megan Thee Stallion. The crazy part, DaBaby and Megan had just dropped their hit Cry Baby a year before. Then he spins around and disses her in his 2023 track Boogeyman, bragging about hooking up with her and even clowning her over the Tory situation. That move had fans side-eyeing him heavy. And who could forget that Rolling Loud performance where the baby went off with those wild homophobic comments on stage? The internet instantly called it out as classic interhomophobia. And the backlash was brutal.
The hand in the air with a cell phone and a light on if you special too.
After that fiasco, the fallout was instant. Brands and labels started cutting ties with DaBaby left and right. His career was on life support, barely hanging on. The only ones who kept him in the spotlight were Kanye West and 50 Cent, letting him crash their shows.
I got canceled. I had just met 50 a week before. He was supposed to say, "Get me the f away from that." He ain't do that. Look, when you down, you find a goddamn brother. And when you're up, you find a fake.
And people still haven't forgotten how headed his own baby mama dirty back in 2021 on a live stream for the whole world to see. He straight up called her a side piece and kicked her out of his own house with their 3-month-old baby in her arms. All over some petty misunderstanding. The backlash was immediate. Fans dragged him for being cold and heartless, especially toward the mother of his child.
Is my side.
It's your what?
My
It's
side.
your what?
Shorty is a certified.
Embarrassing me like that.
Shorty is a certified side. Just trying to act like she ain't. No, let's take it there.
Talking about side.
Parents know she my side. Everybody knows she's a side. Shorty really cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Really cool.
Real life.
Because
Man. It
I'm
ain't-
talking for myself.
I'm not
defending
going.
Because you're calling
Do your
me a
thing.
fucking crazy
I'm
ass
not-
woman
I'm not
on the
tripping. Do
internet
your-
trying to make me look bad because Joe was trying to kick me out to go to a hotel with our 3-month baby. What?
Listen.
What?
Listen.
You just gonna?
I got
How many times
I got the
you
entire
ready
night.
for me to leave?
Shorty, can I
Go ahead.
do my live?
No. Go ahead, do your live.
That's why the folks got to come get her out of here, man.
No, I'm leaving. Trust me, I'm leaving.
God,
But I need my stuff
that is
from
really
your house
crazy.
so I can leave here forever. and
Why
I'll
do you
never
have
come
Why
back
do you
to
have
Charlotte.
stuff in my house? I've been trying to
What are
get
you
you to
talking
leave my
about? I
house
had
for
a
a
whole
week.
closet
Get
in
this
your
girl.
house.
No, I can't turn it off. I gotta clear this up.
Now, Busta Rhymes' name getting dragged into the mix, too. Remember Tony Newman, the transgender advocate who's been around those inner circles? In an old interview, she straight up said people close to her were sliding into those wild freak parties. And she didn't hold back. She name-dropped both Diddy and Busta as regulars. According to her, Diddy was living loud behind closed doors but staying quiet in public. And Busta, same exact deal.
Whoever in fact told that he likes women, so he would in fact have to be bi. I've heard Sean Combs is in fact from people who used to work in his company. So I'm assuming I'm not Sean Combs. I've not spoke to Sean Combs. But based on those sources, I've heard he's in fact.
And then there's Orlando Brown. Yeah, people clown him and brush him off Askersy because he's been saying wild stuff for years. But when you replay some of it now, it hits way different. He even claimed Buster wasn't just a only time fling, but that they had a whole relationship going on. Allegedly, that shook a lot of folks up. Who you made love with?
Made love with.
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
You just told me you seen Busta in the airport.
Back then, everybody brushed it off as just another Orlando Brown meltdown, but now it's starting to sound like he might have been spilling real truth, especially with Big Homie, one of Diddy's ex-bodyguards, backing it up with the same kind of stories. Big Homie said those secret parties were insane, twisted beyond what most people could even imagine.
Nah, bro, it's
I walked in on a guy in like a mascot outfit with another person in a mascot like outfit, like dry humping in the floor.
That's a funny shit. Okay.
Yeah, when I first seen it, I just walked past. I'm like, what the fuck is that going on?
He said it got so wild he had to step out and sit in his car just to breath because even he was getting hit on heavy Byrondom dudes all over the place. That's how crazy it was.
How do you handle being hit on?
Yeah, so that's another reason why I go to the car, because you can't be that guy at the gay party getting mad at the gay dudes hitting on you.
Right.
You at they function. So now you gonna be homophobic in here?
What?
You the jerk right now. You the clown. You at they getting mad. They try to see what's to you.
Now people are really trying to figure out what actually went down at the so-called Diddy freak-off parties. 'Cause this wasn't no regular Hollywood afterparty with champagne and small talk. This was deep, twisted, fully orchestrated chaos with major industry names pulling strings from the shadows, and guess what? It all circles back to the shade 50 Cent been throwing for years. If you thought those slick fruity jokes he cracked about Diddy were just for laughs or clout, nah. He been clowning out loud but speaking in code the whole time. Dropping hints the industry wasn't ready to decode until now.
You know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he said something fabulous and he goes, yo, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What is he talking about?
Incense has gone off.
When people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable.
That's why I don't be going to the puffy parties. They can hug you from the front and the back at the same time.
Now it's starting to look like those punchlines weren't just jokes at all, they were sneaky little receipts dropped in plain sight. And here's the wild part. These weren't no casual backroom kickbacks. Tony Newman straight up said these were calculated high-level events where you had to sign an NDA before you even touched a drink. And everybody asking the same question. Why does a grown man need people signing paperwork just to party? That's not a protect my privacy move. That's straight up cover the crime scene before it even happens type energy allegedly. And now old Busta Rhymes clips are resurfacing and getting dissected all over again. Like that strange footage of Busta hugging Diddy from behind. Exactly the kind of thing 50 been clowning about for years, claiming that's Diddy's vibe. And don't even get me started on that wild clip of Buster straight up sniffing Jeremy like some weirdo move that had its face screaming, "Get me out off here." The internet didn't even have to exaggerate 'cause the whole thing already looked mad suspicious on its own.
You going? I'm fly there. You see me? Nigga, you going to walk to the money with this fly.
Now the internet is dragging up receipts on Buster's whole history of homophobic blowups, dropping slurs, storming out of interviews anytime someone mentioned the gay rumors. People calling it classic deal defense. And suddenly the puzzle pieces start to line up. Same names, same faces, same freaky behind closed doors behavior the public never sees. The whispers about Busta and DaBaby at Diddy's wild parties are already morphing into full-blown talk with rumors of a tape allegedly floating around. Folks are saying this might not just be another rumor wave, especially since chatter about hidden tapes in Hollywood keeps getting louder and louder. If one off those drops, it could flip the whole industry upside down.
You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is...
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood, but one particular person contacted me.
One user even wrote, "The way Buster hugged Diddy, he's the one doing the bending." So now the real question is, are we just caught up in wild gossip, or are these rappers really living a whole different life off camera that the public never sees? Drop your thoughts below and let's get this combo lit, and don't forget, smash that like button, hit subscribe, share this with your people, and I'll catch you on the next one.